What's up, guys? So this is I've been getting comments about making a video about doing how I made my automatic shift knob look like this. But if this video is not just for Saab owners, this video applies to pretty much every automatic car, because this piece right here is a automatic adapter kit, which allows you to change the shift knob from the ugly standard ones, the ones that you get from the manufacturer, to one of these. And this works for cars and trucks. So stay tuned. Okay, guys, so as you can see, I've already removed the gear shift, and I did that prior to shooting this because I wanted to actually show you guys how to remove it, at least on the Saab. If you have a different car, you're gonna have to find out how you remove that and just come back to the video. But doing this is pretty simple, at least on the Saab. If you don't need to know how to do it on the Saab, just skip ahead. So here's the Saab shift knob. It's pretty standard. There's a tab on the inside, and it's quite difficult to release. But while this is sitting on your actual lever here, this sleeve needs to come off first, which you have to pull pretty hard. And if you look right here, there's a tab. It goes up and then this way, and you're gonna spin it and then pull upwards, which will, on the lever, you'll then have the ability to shove the sleeve all the way down. Let me try to give you guys a better angle. You'll have the ability to push it all the way down like this. When it's actually on, this is kind of how it will look. You probably won't be able to get the sleeve all the way down, but once you pull this downwards, it's off. And at that point, you're just gonna have to lift it up. And for me, the first time I did this, it was extremely, extremely difficult. And I thought I actually might have broke it. But these two, there's a tab here. If you see, it's right there. Let me try to get you guys closer. There's one right here, a little notch, and then there's another notch here. And unfortunately, because of the sun, I can't show you the inside. But it like sleeves inwards. And those two notches are actually on this notch and this notch over here, and that's what makes it so difficult, because it locks in underneath. So when you're pulling up, you kind of have to like jiggle it while you're pulling it up. Now, before you remove that, the actual first step is to start the car and put it in neutral, because you won't be able. This lever right here is the actual lever that moves when you depress the shift knob to move the gears back and forth. After you've gotten all of this off, to remove this, you're gonna need to remove, first of all, you need to remove the rubber. There's a tab, and this will be in the back side, all the way back there. You're gonna remove that, and then you're gonna prop it up, pop this backwards, pop that backwards, and then lift it up, and then your whole surround will come off. At this point, you might want to clean it. I've cleaned this maybe 2 times already. So now I'll show you guys the automatic shift knob. Put a link below for both products, but this is the automatic shift knob. It's from 6-Speed. If you look inside, there's a sleeve in here, which this will all come separated. You'll have to install it yourself. It's not very difficult, but they give you a little tiny nut, and then two different sleeves depending on the size of your lever. And if you look, it moves up and down. You're going to put the nut in the sleeve inside of here, and then screw it down until it won't come out anymore. And then you'll the shift knob. And then you're actually, for this car, you're going to want to put it in neutral, because I think in neutral is when the actual little lever is up the highest. So you want to put it in neutral, and then you're going to tighten it down. Pull this screw upwards. So this way it's set like this. And at that point, you want to tighten it. For me, I had to actually go to Home Depot and buy another one, which I don't know if I threw them away. Actually, no, I did leave them in here. I had to buy extras. These are 14 millimeters. I bought elongated ones just in case I lost this one. And I think the elongated ones actually help a little more, which I may actually just switch this one out for that in just a moment. But once you get that all set, then it comes to the boot or gator or whatever you want to call it. I'll leave a link to the lady's Etsy page, but it's Nally Notions, and she makes custom gaiters and boots, and they're pretty much universal. So for me, I'm actually using these more elongated screw that they give you. The one they give you is actually a very small screw, but these ones are longer, and if you have the smaller ones in, you have to have it at just the right notches screwed in to be able to move this, to not have this shimmy left and right, at least on this Saab. And then also you have to, for some other cars, you're gonna have to be able to depress the actual shift knob to shift through the gears. But for my car, for some reason, I don't need to actually depress anything as long as this is on. And then it does exactly what I want it to do, which gives it that look of a manual. That's screwed in enough. Well, this part's going to be a little difficult to do one-handed. There we go. We're going to be taking the shift boot, and then we're going to line it up over the shift knob. Well, actually, first taking the shift boot and putting it on the shift knob, but to do that, I have to take the actual knob off. I'm going to pull it down. They do supply you with a zip tie, which I actually broke the first time I put it on, because I didn't put it on correctly. Well, I didn't put the zip tie on correctly. I didn't put the boot itself on, and I had to take it off and try again. So you may need an extra zip tie. Make sure this is tight. And now the goal is to cover up the shifter area, also while using your actual surround here, which for this, I'm actually going to put the car back in park and then turn the car off. Makes it a lot easier. So we're going to have to fiddle around with this for a few minutes to try to get all of this perfectly set, and then you'll have to zip tie this part down. Might have to tighten this a little more. If you're not going to be putting the boot on itself, then at that point you're pretty much done. You just have to shift through the gears, make sure everything's working before you actually test drive the car with it on. Once everything is snapped into place, you can just kind of like taut it and put it to where you actually want it. And then you're going to grab your zip tie. And then for me, I wanted to make it look like an actual manual. And the manuals don't have them all the way up here unless, well, some do if they have like short shifters or something. So we're going to go ahead and then loop this around. And I found for me the best spot was to give it a little bit of slack on the top. You don't want it right at the top where the seam is, but you want it just underneath. So you can go ahead and have some space to like maneuver this around in case you have to remove it. So for me, I'm going to put it right here. And you'll have to I'll have to grab some scissors. I actually didn't bring any with me to cut off this end. Okay, so like I said, we're just going to cut this off over here. Cut it off, and we're good. And don't forget to put, if you have a Saab anyway, don't forget to put your rubber piece back behind the shift knob. And there we go. Now we're all finished. And this is how you put it on. This is how you make your automatic car look like a manual. Gives it a good look. And in some cases might even be a theft deterrent for some people who don't know how to drive manual, but they want to steal your car. So that's the video. If this helped you at all, I'm going to leave links down in the description to all of this stuff. The 6-speed, they actually sell the whole kit with the shift knob if you like this shift knob. They also have other shift knobs as well. You can pretty much all the 6-speed shift knobs will fit this adapter kit, as well as Nally Notions. Her custom work is very good. I'd say definitely give her a look at on Etsy. Yeah, this is a good product, good setup. So yeah, if down in the description, I'll leave the links to all this. If you need any questions or comments, just leave them down below. Make sure you leave a like, subscribe. Also add me on Instagram. That link is also in the descriptions. It'll also be pinned in the comments. While you're down there, go ahead and hit that subscribe button or check out one of these videos. Thank you. Have a good day. See ya.